Alrighty then. What the hell was I doing when I left off? Is the question. Oh yeah. This friggin' place. Ugh. I love running around when I can't see where I'm going. A fun level design. There's another point of branch around here somewhere. Exactly where. You guys can have fun with that. Let's keep going north. This blizzard will clear up. I'm supposed to follow the lights, but this generally lead northish, so. Whoopsie. Too much fall. It was farther east than I thought it was. That's not the right way to get down that cliff. Although down, I did. Jack's LP? Well, hello, sir. How have you been? Something I hate about this game. Well, I think I just said it. In fact, honestly. Yeah, I hate this fucking blizzard. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this place. So... pretty much half of this zone is just unusable. Contract us right out? Ah, that sucks. At least you knew it was going to happen though, right? My way down. Okay. Site of Grace should be just around here. Snag that in case I get myself killed again, which I definitely will. Blizzard's not permanently gone though, it still exists down here. Forever. Which sucks because there's stuff to find up here, but you can't see it to find it. You just accidentally run it over. Where the hell's that site of Grace? There's one around here somewhere. I just want a closer respawn point, damn it. Oh well. Must be slightly misremembering where it is. There it is. Actually went right by it. Alright. I need to level. 67. Alright. Get my map over here. So Jax, what have you been playing these days? Pretty much this whole section here is permanent blizzard. You just can't do anything with it. And there's a mage tower there. Good luck getting anything done there, though. Alright, you know what? Let's do that. Invisible dealing. Excuse me, invisible bug. Missed. Overkill. White Shadow's Lure. What the hell is that? Cult. Ash of War. Hold armor and a brief silent prayer to create a white shadow. A Persian lures in foes of human build who are not in combat, drawing their aggression. Okay, so it's a stealthy... it's a stealth boy distraction technique thing. Interesting. Soulstone... It invaded. Soulstone Survivors. It's a random Pokemon fan games. I heard there's a good Pokemon fan game called Flux that people seem to like. And Soulstone Survivors, I think I tried that one. Pretty good. Also, Time Survivors or something like that was the other one I tried. Ow. Cripes, lady. Calm down. Time Survivors is a terrible name, but I guess it's supposed to be time travel based Vampire Survivors style game. It was fun. Tried the demo. Better get my runes back before I get killed again. So if I can fight her away from the wolves, that'd be great. I have to run towards the wolves to get my stuff. Ah! Haha. Come on. Pain in my ass, but I needed that somber ancient dragon smithing stone to finish leveling up my spear. So, glad I have that. Still need some smithing stone 8s as well for my other spear. Might find somewhere I'm going though. I think there's a new frenzy. Whoa, shit. Realize there's 2 of you right there. No thanks. What the fuck was that? What? Excuse me. Why? Why do you exist out here? It's not fair. Screw you all, I'm going in here. Fuck all y'all. So I'm gonna level up because I can. So I should level up my spear. That? Alright, I can't teleport while I'm in here. That's fine, I'll do it afterwards. You know what, Jax? If you find any other really good Survivors style games, let me know. Definitely really enjoyed Vampire Survivors. Gotta be careful with those, though. There's a lot of bad ones out there. A lot of bad clones. Everybody's trying to make a Survivors style game. Have I tried 20 minutes till dawn? I don't think I have. That does not ring a bell. Can you drop me a link? Hey! Excuse me, sir. Rude. I will check this out real quick. Interesting. No, I've definitely not checked that out, so I will take a look later. Get some health on you, don't you, pal? Though. Ah, heck. Bad dodge timing. That was close. We were both down to one hit to dying, and he got the hit first. So you liking Soulstone Survivor then? I played the demo of it, but I haven't played the full game. Sir, guarding my stuff. Go back. Alright, Smithy Stone 8. Good. Good, good, good. That's what Daddy needs. Need one of those eventually, but not yet. But hey, good to have it ahead of time. Well, I should kill these guys again because I'm not sure. There's another stone in this room. There was not. There was some murder, and that's okay. I know there's another one of those Survivor games that some people seem to like based on some VTuber things called Hollow Cure. I took a look at it, it didn't really grab me, but people who are into the VTuber scene seem to be getting a kick out of it. So, you know, recognize some streamers and stuff in that.
Sounds reasonable.
I thought so. Of course, I'm still going to be lost in Hyrule for quite a while.
Hyrule. big open plains.
Oh yeah. So much stuff to trip over and come across in that game.
And by the way, I remember doing a scythe-only run in Elden Ring.
Scythe only run? Yeah. I haven't done Scythe in this one, but I did Scythe in Dark Souls 1 and 3.
I mean, to be fair, there are only 4 scythes in the entire game.
Well, I know there's one called a Winged Scythe in this game that does holy damage that seems like it's pretty good if you're doing dexterity and faith.
Really bonkers roll.
I have not done a dexterity faith build like that yet.
It carried me through half the run.
Okay, I'm doing dexterity and faith on this character, but this character is specifically the frenzy build, so I'm not doing the scythe because I have to do some right spirit thing instead.
Yeah, you're doing frenzy.
It sucks that there's only one weapon in the game that has frenzy.
I forgot about that.
I'm not normally a spears kind of person, but I've found that dual wielding great spears is ridiculous enough to make it fun. But when you just use the single spear, like it's just stab, 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 stab. That's not fun.
I can't say anything. I was dual wielding my scythes.
Oh no, that sounds fun.
It's slow, but it's effective.
When you want to talk slow but effective and completely ridiculous dual wielding, I once beat the game dual wielding whips.
Okay, that sounds free.
They're very effective actually, but it's just I don't know how a person can do 2 whips at the same time. It feels like a ridiculous concept, but it worked. One of them was just the basic bitch whip too, just like the standard leather whip, and then the other one was the sharp metal one, called Narumi, which is a weapon from India, I believe. That was a good combo. Alright, so we're done this cave now except for the boss, which is incredibly hard and I'm not going to bother myself with. I fought something similar to it last week, so... Anybody who watched the last one, I fought this thing called Voidborn or something like that. Big mother fucking star worm thing. It was,
I knew a Lloydborn.
it was some very Lovecraftian bullshit. And that is what that boss is.
Yeah.
So I've already fought one.
Yep.
And this is the stronger
Reminds
version
you
of
of
it.
Bloodborne.
Kind of, yeah. Okay. Let's go home and level up this spear. Actually, possibly the other spear as well. I love how Bloodborne advertised itself as being one thing. And then halfway through the game, it just takes a sharp left turn into Cthulhuville. Hey, Blast.
Straight out of the books of H.P. Lovecraft.
It really is, and it doesn't advertise itself that way. Like, it's just like, haha, just kidding. You thought this was about werewolves and shit. Nope. Horrors from beyond the stars, let's go.
Yay.
Alright.
Who
First,
doesn't
Vikes
love
War
that?
Spear, plus 10. Then, Tree Spear. Okay, I need 3 more stones, and then I can finish that one.
Oh, thinking of one thing, and I was asking people about this because I watched at least 2 different, probably the same game session from 2 different players in it. But it was the Outlast Trials. I don't know if you played any of the Outlast games or not.
I have not. People seem to like the Trials one, though.
Yeah, it's almost like it's some kind of... It almost plays kind of like survival horror with almost like a paramilitary thing. Like it's set in some kind of army base where it's.
Oops.
What was that? I can't remember what the name of that experiment was back in the 60s and 70s, where basically they gave their soldiers LSD.
Yeah.
But it's almost like that, and then sent them on this horror trip here. But it's survival horror, bit of but with an added thing of like it's a stealth game as well. Like your best way of surviving is to avoid the enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
that sounds about right. Let's see what we'll level.
Oh, a bit. Also, since last we spoke, been playing a bit of 40k Gladius.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
your first time trying it out, or
yeah,
how do you like it?
I like it. I mean, I like like it's pretty much an RTS game, right? So
No, it's not. It's not real time at all. It's turn based. It's the opposite of RTS.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, but anyways, I like strategy
It's good, though.
games.
Yeah,
So,
it's I describe it as it's basically Civilization but way more violent.
yeah,
Ooh, sounds lovely.
Yeah.
maybe with
Yeah,
a little
it's
bit
a-
of
Mm-hmm.
oh, what's that game? I used to play it. God damn it.
It's like a Civilization game, but since it's 40k, you're at war all the time.
Yeah.
And in fact, quite a lot of the wildlife is trying very hard to kill you as well.
Kind of like Shadow Tactics or damn it, what was that again? Company of Heroes. That's it.
Those are real time strategies.
See, I can't tell the difference.
Well, it's harder to tell the difference by screenshots sometimes.
Yeah,
XCOM.
but, like the way you play it, it seems like you're taking turns, no matter what. I mean,
Well,
the
with
other
Gladius, I
might
would
be-
definitely say the best comparison is Civilization.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of what we get in Dawn of War, sort of. Only in Dawn of War, you don't complete a whole level; it just keeps going.
Oh, Dawn of War 1, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a real time one.
Oh. Hey.
Yes, I do frenzy as well, sir.
We'll let you
Hit
in
people.
here.
You have a lot of health.
Also,
Fix that
yesterday,
problem.
I
Yeah.
finally
He
found
is in the wrong game.
how to get back and playing old school RuneScape with a membership again because oh god, I did not need to see Monster Taint.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel I was the one that was up in there.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Trying to get a membership. See, once upon a
Yeah.
time I could just go use my bank card and it would pay for it, but my bank is like, no, that's a outside the U.S. country, so it won't do that. I was like, at least not on a regular monthly basis. I'd have to go blue and clear it every time.
That's fine.
Then I could just buy the cards from whatever store sold them, right? And Walmart and GameStop were still selling the cards. Just easy, redeem the code. And then they both stopped selling them. Then you could get a virtual code. I think Walmart could do just a digital code. They buy the card digitally, they send it to you. I think Amazon also did it. But then I saw Steam had a way of doing the membership through that. Okay, I'll pay for that. Thing is, since the last time it's in there, it's like I paid one time for a 1 month membership, and now they're always saying, well, you bought a 1 month membership, you can't buy another. It's like, but that month has expired.
That's very weird.
Finally, I went straight to Jagex again, went on their site, and now I think maybe they didn't have this option before, it's just bank card only, but this time you can do it through PayPal.
Ah, there you go.
That worked this time, and it will be recurring, and there was no hassle there, so yeah.
Good.
I tell you, They... Oh. I don't know. Trying to deal with all this. I just want to play some RuneScape.
That sounds like a big pain.
Anyways, I'm gonna be off. I didn't sleep last night, so.
Well, get yourself some sleep, sir. Hope it goes
Yeah.
well. Thanks for hanging out and saying hi.
I will definitely be back more.
Good luck
Especially-
on the renewed job hunt, sir.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
But anyways, I mainly did all that just so I could play there. They had the Pride event started yesterday. And you know me, I'm kind of a completionist. I gotta get every item from every event.
Yeah. So
Just
what
to
is
load
the
up-
event then?
This event, you've got to first go to Varrock, go to the Blue Moon Tavern, and there's a bunch of different characters all trying to write love poetry in order to attract somebody to go to the Pride March with them. Yes, it's apparently going to be a Pride March. It looks like you gotta go to all these events. Like, follow the trail or whatever. I'll see what happens. I don't think the march has started yet. But this one, first you help them complete their poems by filling in the blanks. Now, multiple choice. Then you've got to go around. First, while doing this, you free some little love pixie, I think, that was there from the Valentine's event. It's almost like a story continuity here. Let's see.
Kinda neat when they
Then
do that. I like it when events
You go-
connect to each other.
after filling the poem, they hand you something that each gives you a clue as to where they're going to go. So you go to the spot, you watch a cutscene as they read their poem to who they're attracted to, and is successful. Except for the last one, who really f's it up and almost, instead of reading the poem he did, he wings it and pretty much makes it about himself. Fails spectacularly. And Love
Did
Pixie
he attract
says, well,
himself?
nah, I think Little Pixie says, well, 75% success, that's good enough.
Yeah.
And you complete the event, and you get some items. You get a rainbow sweater, poet jacket, with some fancy jacket here, and you also can then go to Django and Draenor Village and get any past Pride event items that any ones you may have missed. And that's it. And then I did that, and then I went to my house and put them in the toy box.
You know. As
So
you do.
yeah, well, that's barely where you store a lot of event items. To just put them there. I mean, say it doesn't fill up your bank,
Yeah.
but I mean there's a few items in your player-owned house that basically, if you get any clothing items or armor, special armors and stuff, instead of it taking up space in your bank, you can stick them in there. And then if you wish to go get them and use them for something, just take them from there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Like I said, just so I could do this one event and get the items from it. Because I'd kind of let my membership lapse because I wasn't really playing it for the moment. And yesterday I had nothing to do, and I said, well, I want to go back and play that, but now I need to. That's when I went getting the run around trying to find how to get back there. Steam has for the first time let me down in this.
Why don't you people want my money?
I know. It's like, I don't know if it's something about that feature. I don't know if it's Steam or Jagex itself. It's like, this thing needs to be new. I guess they want me to go buy the multi-month thing instead.
Oh, they probably like that, yeah.
Right now, I am outside of Cataby in the fishing spot, trying to see if I can catch a big bass.
Lewd.
Well, the difference there is, opposed to the regular bass, well, one, it's bigger.
Big.
And you can, it's, unlike thing, it's not meant to be cooked or eaten. You take it to a taxidermist, have it stuffed, and then you can mount it on the wall in the trophy hall of your house.
I don't know. It sounds like a waste of a good meal to me.
But haven't done that either. In fact, I need to go do some slaying again and probably get some of the monsters associated with that, because you can get some of them and have them stuffed and mount in your house. Like my trophy hall needs a bit more there. In fact, I'm up high enough. I could probably do better than that. Bass, but because what? I don't see what I got. Let's see. Skills, construction, trophies. I'm level 55.
Ah, incoming.
I can do a minor Slayer monster head now. Yeah.
War as hell.
However, if I get the next one more level, and then I can put up the mounted swordfish. By the time I catch a freaking bass, I'll be at a level I can mount the next bass. Something going on Twitch, apparently. I don't know what's happening. I only see what I've seen on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know
some of the streamers and Twitch. One person guys that Twitch has decided, well, you creators are just making being allowed to keep too much of your money that you made. Like, wait, guys, the government?
Right?
Oh, by the way, and I don't know how, I forget how far you are from Quebec.
Well, from what?
From Quebec.
Not nearly as far as I'd like to be.
But how's the air?
Not great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see places like California and New York, a nice orange air.
I mean, I'm closer to Quebec than New York is.
Oh, wow. Ugh. I hate it for you, man.
Yeah, it's clearing up today. Apparently, I haven't been outside yet, but
I'm fortunate enough to be as far from Canada as you can, as far from Quebec as you can get, and still be within the United States.
I should check. I took a photo of. Let's do this real quick. I took a photo of the sky yesterday. I don't know how well it turned out. Let me take a quick look.
Huh.
Yeah, it didn't really look all that crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, there's been... When I went to work on, I think it was Monday,
Yeah.
I remember looking around. I didn't smell anything, but I was looking around, and you know how it is when you're walking through fog and things start to get
Right.
blurrier?
Yeah.
It was like that, but to a lesser degree. Like, it was almost the edge of my vision when it started to happen, a little bit, just on the horizon.
Yeah.
Starting to get that softening of the view.
Oh yeah, everybody says now any pictures you take look like a Polaroid from the 1970s.
Yeah. So at first I thought it was just like, oh, there's a weird fog that isn't going away properly by this time of day yet.
Yeah.
But then later I found out about the fires while I was at work. And then the next day, it was still like that. Plus, I could start to smell a little bit of, like, wood fire smoke on the air. Excuse me, huge, possibly dead lady. Do I not have what's-her-face with me? There's an NPC that's supposed to speak up when you get here, but I guess she didn't show up for some reason. Oh well. But yeah, I'm actually right on the border of Quebec, which really sucks. Although I believe the fire is in the Montreal area, so that's 2 hours away. Because Montreal's not right on the border of the province. But apparently someplace to the west of me is also somewhat on fire.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I've been meaning to bring up... Okay, I never thought I'd have to actually Google this before, but... let's see if I can get a Canada wildfires map. Okay, let's see.
Okay. Oh god, I found something funny. I'm sending this to Kai. Beep.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything still happening right now. That map was looking a bit blank.
What the hell?
Anyway. Yeah, supposedly there was one happening like an hour or so west of my city.
Hey.
And Montreal is mostly east, maybe a bit north.
Yeah.
But mostly east, I think. So we were kind of sandwiched between the two. But it wasn't too bad. I could smell it, but it wasn't like irritating my eyes or anything. I made sure to use some eye drops when I got home after work, but I often do that anyways, just because of things that get splashed around while I'm working. So sometimes you're working and there's a splash and you feel like something got in your eye and you don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Let's not keep that there, you know? I don't want to fuck with that giant bear. Huge, scary bears and snow everywhere. When did I accidentally arrive in Russia? Oh, you're getting invaded. I did not dismount there on purpose. There you are. Sanguine Noble.
I'm reading something. World's happiest criminal. This 99-year-old true crime fan had always dreamed of being arrested. When the Dutch police found out that it was on her bucket list, they picked her up, cuffed her, and threw her in a slammer. She enjoyed every minute of it.
weird. Ow. I need to find a new race point. to
Only
rest
ever
at.
been arrested once and didn't do any time. It was basically, they took me there, pay a fine, and said, pay the fine, and I said, can I pay it now? Sure.
Did she actually do anything, or were they just goofing?
No, it was just on
to-
her bucket list. They were just,
Yeah. Your fine is one smile.
Ever seen the or any adaptation of Inherit the Wind?
Nope.
It was based on the true case of the Scopes monkey trial, when basically by state law, you cannot teach Darwin's theory of evolution in school.
Yeah,
And when
that
they
used to be a thing at one point. I remember that.
And a teacher decided that he's going to do it anyway. I mean, basically, he got arrested and went to trial. Now, the prosecutor was William Jennings Bryant, who was a major, major law dog and everything like that, and it was pretty much for publicity. But he got Clarence Darrow, an equally famous attorney, to defend him. And it pretty much became a circus trial. Every reporter wanted on this, and all the people thought, a very strictly religious state, which it still is today. They thought, oh God, they think they're going to burn him at the stake or something. In the end, the teacher lost his case. Pretty much couldn't teach in the state anymore, and he was fined $100. That was the one that got it. It's like, what? That's it? He paid the fine? I thought they were going to send him to prison. What is that? We're going to send him to the gulag, send him to the salt mines? It's $100.
What a strange law. Like this is why they needed separation of church and state down there.
Yeah.
How dare you teach a thing that is very obviously true?
Well, they still have a problem with that. I remember that our former president, George W. Bush, at one point when they said on the topic of evolution, the jury is still out.
Nope.
And as Lewis Black responded, what jury? Where? Then again, as one person put forth, well, maybe both theories are true, both creation and evolution. Because if God is so all-powerful, who says he can't edit, do a rewrite? What do you call those things when I... Oh, trust.
Retcon?
Retcon, that's the word.
I mean, you wouldn't even have to do that. It would just be like, set things up and then let them go, and it's naturally going to evolve from there.
God is like, I know you like the thing with the Garden of Eden and all that stuff, but let me put this for you. Dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. Not that creationism allows for there to have been much time for evolution to have occurred, mind you.
True.
Don't they teach that the Earth is only 5,000 years old or something?
Right.
Like that? You're not going to get a lot of evolution in 5,000 years.
Then again, when the Bible was actually written, they didn't probably know that much back then either.
Oh no, definitely.
Probably their recorded history probably didn't go back that far. So they must think, well, then history only goes back this far.
Damn it. I hate this sanguine noble. I think I'm just going to use the portal next time. I'm not going to bother killing him. Then again, There's a statue that can be smashed nearby that I want. I can come back later, though.
The one thing is with trying to catch bass, as with most types of fishing, you don't catch just the one fish you're trying to catch. You catch other stuff as well.
That's fishing for you.
And in the case of when you're catching a bass with a big fishing net, you can also catch cod and mackerel. You can also catch leather gloves or boots. You can catch oysters, which you can then try.
Are they blue?
No, but if you open it up, there's a better and even chance that they'll have pearl in there, which you can then take a chisel and make bolt tips with. Then,
out of pearls? That's weird.
Yeah, there's one type of crossbow bolts that you can use pearl tips on. Let me see.
That sounds awfully expensive.
Fletching.
I hope
bolts.
They're really, really good bolts.
Pearl tips go on iron bolts.
I hope those things are incredibly damaging because, wow.
Yeah. And then your next thing up, you can make steel bolts, and then later you can use the red topaz to make tips for those. So you can put sapphire tips on the
I can't use the portal right now.
You can put sapphire and emerald tips onto mithril bolts. Diamonds and rubies and diamonds can make tips for runite bolts. No, I'm sorry, adamantine bolts. Sorry. Dragonstone and onyx go on to runite bolts.
God damn it.
But yeah, it's
Real
like
sick of this
I
guy. Yeah.
And you might get a chance that your net can catch a chest, and you'll find some kind of valuable item in there. Could be gold or uncut gems. Which is nice and all, but I'm trying to get the big bass. Dee-da-doo.
God damn it. Pick up the item. Thank you.
Okay, this another one for Kai. But well, that's not. People posting a picture that says New York today, or the sky is all red. Thing is, looking at the scenery, I have to know it's not that because those are screenshots from the 1980 sci-fi movie Night of the Comet.
And your point?
I'm just saying that's not actual pictures of New York today.
No, I don't think they mean it is. They're just saying it's like this here now.
Nah, no, when you see the...
Okay.
So what do you think? I don't know if you've heard the rumors going about that Lucas may be buying back LucasArts.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm all in favor of that.
Because okay, this is the thing. I was not a huge fan when they originally came out of the prequel trilogy. And when somebody said Disney, remember this was early 2000s, or late 2000s, when they announced, Disney would be doing it, and this is still, oh, okay, Disney. Disney was still good at the time.
Yeah, certainly not now.
And I made the comment, well, they certainly can't do any worse than Lucas did in the prequels.
Oh my god, so this is all your fault then. You've jinxed it.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, was I ever wrong.
Oh, jeez. You say that, and then Disney's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, I think challenge accepted.
Mhm.
Yikes.
Disney wins, and we all lose.
We all lose. Yeah, shit. Thing is, they didn't just do it to Star Wars, did they?
No, they're going back through their whole catalog and destroying everything piece by piece.
They basically screwed up everything. Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, their own stuff,
Mm-hmm. The Lion King, Little Mermaid.
I never saw the old Lion King remake.
It looks like the Mulan might be okay. But I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Nah, they said, unfortunately, this is not the Mulan we get from the Disney version. There's actually a struggle to get where she was. Now here, it's almost like she's like OP from the start.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
I know that's the thing. A lot of problems had with Rey in the Star Wars sequel. It's like there's no real challenge. There's no struggle. She can do all this stuff almost from the get-go.
Pretty close, anyway. Like, it took her a little effort to get the mind control thing going, but she got it relatively fast.
Yeah.
By the way, anybody watching this at any point who might be playing this for themselves, if you need a place in the game to grind out levels, this spot is the best place to do it. All these enemies you see right here are worth 2,000 each. You just kill all these guys, rest at the grace point, do it again, do it again, do it again. It'd be boring, but it'd be fast. It's the fastest XP in the game.
I was listening to somebody make a comparison. They're talking about when a character, like in anime, becomes too powerful. It's like, where's the struggle for the rest of the story? And one thing it was talking about Naruto. And at least with Naruto, they knew he got to a point where it's time for him to stop being the hero, try to get ahead, and they cut forward in time. Now it's his son doing it. But it says these characters are almost like characters in an MMO fantasy game. It's like you start out fighting the crabs on the beach.
Right.
Fast forward, you're fighting demons of hell.
Yep. I think having a character that's overpowered can be interesting if you handle it well. Like,
yeah, if that's his problem is that he's overpowered.
Right, like not directly, but in the sense of like, how do they handle being overpowered? How does it affect them? Like, do they get too cocky?
Yeah.
Do they have an overconfidence problem that leads to trouble?
Right.
Or something else?
Yeah.
Sort of like a Siri from The Witcher thing.
Yeah. I was always saying it was also kind of like Saitama from One Punch Man. Like, he is so powerful. It's almost there's no effort anymore. And he knows it. It's like, well, now what do I do?
Get out there and win. That's what you do.
Yeah. The thing, even winning holds no meaning anymore. Like, no one's as powerful as no one can beat him. And beating somebody takes no time at all.
Well, just get out there and be a superhero and do good then.
Yep.
Use your power for good.
Yeah. It's kind of like the whole thing of being the most powerful character. How do you handle that? And we've seen different versions of that in Superman. One example is the Injustice video games and related comics. Like, what happens when Superman is finally pushed to the point where he becomes the villain? And how does everybody else deal with that?
I was never really clear on what triggered that.
The Joker.
Never read the comics or anything.
The Joker basically, well, you say Joker killed Lois, but no, he basically made it to where Superman, not knowing she was there, accidentally ends up killing Lois because of the Joker. And not only Lois, but her and Superman's unborn child. And so Superman initially straight up murders the Joker. And then he begins this way of like, it's almost like the Justice Lord storyline from Justice League, you know.
Nah, I don't know what that is.
Now he takes over the Earth, almost making it into a dictatorship under his rule, you know, for our own good. For our own good.
Yeah.
Well, his intentions aren't just... He initially thinks he's doing it to protect us from characters like Joker and to make sure things like this don't happen again. He thinks he's protecting us. He actually believes that. It's it's a thing. I mean, that's just a storyline with essentially a Mortal Kombat style fighting game.
Well, it was a comic first, wasn't it?
No, it was a game first.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the
then
way
they kind of there was a kind of a storyline to go along with that game, but then the comic has expanded upon that, and of course, then there's been the animation expanded on that. I mean, a lot of monster fetuses. They do kind of look like, don't they?
Yeah, kind of there. Gang said these are a weird type of creature called Albinorix that are
They look like
they have like mercury for blood or something like that.
oh, they look like gray aliens.
Yeah, they're weird. I think they're the result of like magical experimentation. They're like a manufactured species. And then there's these red ones that are like blood infused. Blood magic infused, I should specify, not just they have blood. That's why they do this weird thing with the spikes. They're like weaponizing their blood. They're very dangerous. Yeah. Keep eyes on both of these ones because they can one-shot me. That thing well, you've already seen it. That thing they do where they get the like, spikes coming out of their body and then they go into cartwheels.
Yeah.
If that hits me, I'm dead. Even from full health. And you've seen it happen at least twice already.
Yep.
So I can't let them sneak up on me.
Shit.
Which I already have. At least one of my deaths was from getting blindsided by one of those guys.
Oh, man.
Have you noticed the theme going on in this area, by the way?
What that?
It's subtle.
Right.
Blood. Blood everywhere.
Oh. Yeah. Gee, I wonder why that was.
Oh, it's probably because of the Lord of Blood lives here.
Oh, not because of all those things you killed.
I did not kill enough stuff since getting... All this blood was here before I even got here.
Oh. Yeah, I like this story. It was there when I got here.
Yeah. I swear, officer. It's already like this. These are not... Lord of Blood's an optional boss fight I'm not gonna do, though. Because he's a motherfucker. But I've fought a guy like him already, so... Well, technically it's the same guy. Just, like, reinvigorated or some weird shit.
What was that one South Park episode? And they're playing, like, World of Warcraft, and the one guy is always beating them, and they...
Yeah. How can you kill that which has no life?
And then... Basically, to level up, to get up at this guy's level...
They kill thousands of boars?
Right! They sit there at the computer the whole time, them getting fat and lazy as they go.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That was they actually did a pretty good job on the details of the game in that one. They only made a couple small mistakes on details.
Yeah.
That detail was one of them. It was funny for the purpose of the story, but technically you can't level up that high on low-level creatures because they will eventually stop giving any XP at all.
Oh.
But, you know, what the hell.
Yeah. Then again, maybe they weren't trying not to be 100% like World of Warcraft for any legal purposes.
Well, no, it was straight up legal. Not legal. It was straight up World of Warcraft they were talking about the whole time.
Oh. I guess Blizzard figured any publicity is good publicity at that time.
Oh, they probably got a kick out of it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Blizzard wasn't quite such the jerks they are now.
Maybe. That might have been before they were bought by Activision, actually.
Activision, yeah. Activision, you know, to be a lot cooler too. Activision's been around. At least,
anyway.
Activision's been around a long time. I remember. Hell, Activision's been around since the Atari 2600.
Also, hello, Larson. Yeah, they had actual in-game footage in the episode.
Yeah. I mean, they had Activision. I remember they were like a separate company, but they made games which you played on the Atari. They were the ones who made Pitfall, one of the classical Atari 2600 game. I had a few games by them. I had Freeway, which was like Frogger, only there was no like river level. It was just straight on the road, and you were trying to get, instead of a frog, you're trying to get a chicken across.
Oh, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, speaking of Pitfall, as I recall, Pitfall 2 was one of the first game sequels ever made.
Oh, really? Huh.
First one I ever remember, anyway. And it was really, it was way better than the first one. It was quite good.
Somebody posted a thing up there. What's the first video game character you remember? I put up a thing of a Space Invader.
Yeah. I would say Space Invader or Pac-Man.
Yeah, well, Space Invader came before Pac-Man.
I don't remember which one I played first, but yeah. I definitely had a 2600.
Yep. I mean, Space Invaders, of course, started out in the arcades, along with stuff like Missile Command and Asteroids.
Oh, Larson, that little factoid hurts me in the soul. Activision was originally founded with the goal of treating their devs better than they were under Atari. Oh, how times have changed.
Yep.
Now it's like we need to change back in the other direction. When the hero lives long enough to see themselves become the villain, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, like it says, probably, you know, it's when the guys who went to college wearing suits take over.
Yeah, does this mean that the Activision is Injustice Superman?
No, it's just fucking corporate America. It's like, oh, this thing is making money, let's take it over. Suck out everything.
I'm saying, like, they started out with noble goals and then they became evil. Business schools are definitely a plague on the world. I agree. I agree, Larson.
It's kind of like The guys in business school should be one part of a business. They shouldn't be the business.
Yeah.
It almost sort of reminds me of a great story back in the days of territorial pro wrestling. This is Memphis wrestling here. And they had this guy who basically came in. He was the sports commissioner for the state. And apparently he probably got the job by knowing somebody. And apparently knew about sports or simulation of same. And when he was treating all the things by the book, he said, you can't do this, you can't do that. And like I said, the person couldn't even get on the mic if they didn't have a broadcaster in the license. So in other words, nobody cut a promo in the ring. And when he was there one night, and this is Jim Cornette telling the story about how here comes the Iron Sheik down the ramp, and it's like, oh god, he's gonna try to come on. And I'm like, no, not tonight, not tonight. The commissioner's here. The commissioner, he's coming out there. He's almost trying to grab the mic from Jim. It's like, I'm trying to hold on to it. The commissioner's here. Give me a microphone.
Yeah.
And finally, the commissioner's here. And finally, when he gets up to his mouth, fuck the commissioner.
That was
here
definitely
he comes.
scripted.
No, down the alley he comes. He said, we call this guy Elmer Fudd, bald-headed, a vein on the side of his head bulging out, tie flapping behind him. He gets up in Christine Jarrett's face. She's the mother of owner Jerry Jarrett, but big part of the company. And he's yelling at her, poking his finger in his face. And she basically does what moms do to their uppity children. She gives them the grip. Like, just puts his face, like grabs his face right in her hand, smooshes his cheeks in. And she says, looks at him and said, you worry about collecting the taxes. Leave the wrestling to us. Said he never showed up at any event ever again. He's back in his office. Right. In other words, you guys worry about,
Hey, Blast, look what I found.
Yup. Ooh, blood-tainted excrement. All right.
Fun. I found blood poop. Somebody should. Yep. You should probably go see the doctor if you're getting that in your toilet.
But that's the thing that these guys, the suits already told us. Said, look. You worry about, advertising and counting the profits. We'll make the thing that makes the profit.
Yep. Also, Larson, what game is that you're talking about that is firing their devs to replace them with AI? Because that company is going to be going out of business. It's already got. I do not. I don't know. I've never heard of them. Also, just ask Total Biscuit? Oh no, too soon. R.I.P.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what.
Developed and published by Rayark. I've heard of them. I've not heard of Demo Insidious, but Rayark sounds familiar. MO Astray? Oh, that's why I've heard of them, I think.
Yeah.
I think I played that one. And it got real frustrating at a certain point, but it was good before that point.
That one game I told you about, that I've been playing, Ninja Village, it is most definitely not a gacha game because I don't see any way to actually pay money on this thing. That's basically it. It's actually, well, no, but it's actually a thing. You actually grind for what you get. Yeah, I think gacha games are made for the people. Basically made for the lazy people. I mean, when folks like DSP who said, like, the way I can pay to get all these things unlocked.
Boo. Boo that man, boo.
Oh, jeez. I was discussing with somebody about how I first found out about DSP, and it
It's
had
getting
nothing
harder to hear you, by the way.
I was telling somebody about how I first learned of DSP,
Yeah. Was it
and it
him
really had
jacking off?
yes, had nothing to do with gaming. I think it was grade A underage, talking about pornography on the internet. And he's like, everybody watches it. It's like everybody jerks off to it, and if you need proof, here's DSP. It's like, as I said, that's what people are going to remember him for. Even about being a salty piece of shit, is the fact that he got caught jerking it on camera.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the camera's on. It's been on the whole time.
Unfortunately, now we all know what his O-face looks like.
Ugh.
Not information I wanted, but hey, here we are.
Hello, and welcome.
Get out of here with your giant ghost skeleton. Jerk. Got D&D soon, Larson. Have fun killing the party.
Mm.
Got me with the flippies.
Oh no. The flippies. Not the flippies.
I know. That's what I said.
Not flippies, the bounder.
I gotta chop my way through these guys again.
Oh, boy.
I'm almost done with this area, though.
Yeah.
Good job. Really? Won't gonna do that? Alright. Do the flippies, just don't do the spiky flippies. Come on, buddy. Roll on in. You can do the spiky flip as if you want. No? Alright. Zoom
No, no, this is me dropping something.
Same thing.
My reaction to it was like, shit, get back here.
Let's see, can I use the horse here? Alright, time for a reckless maneuver.
I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer minute.
Zoom! I want to get my stuff back and get out of here. Sucks. Alright, we've got a new race point here. I can level up. Boy. Actually, you know what? Let me just double check. 4, yeah, okay. Make 2 more stone 8s, and then I'm done leveling my weapons up. Okay, level up. Let's do another one. Hold on. You shut up, phone. Alright, Faith of 40, that's nice. Let's see, memorize spell. What was this one? Didn't I have something I wanted 38 Faith for? I don't remember what it was. This? No. I'll equip it anyway, though. Oh, I think it was, Blessing of the Erd Tree, a regen spell. I need more spell slots. So that I can equip that later, too. Oh, that's not what I was... Yeah, check that out, though.
Yep.
Doesn't even cost that much mana. Alright.
Oh.
You know what? Let's test that. How do you guys like this, huh? Not that upset about it, but you guys have help, so...
That's helpful.
These guys are a bit of a pain in the butt. Whenever they die, they explode into blood status. So I can lose a lot of health. They don't attack much. But I can get a little... Sometimes to do that. Oh, yeah. blood status can really fuck you up if you're not careful. So many of these guys here. I want my loot.
Get a loot.
Yeah. More blood damage again. Second, I need to answer this email real quick. All right. Alright, back to this. Excuse me, sir, you fell down. You need assistance? Oh, well, at least they're only getting me once in a while. So I'm recovering my health. Yeah, apparently the dishwasher working tonight called in sick, so they're trying to see if I can come into work. But I got shit I have plans for today. It's the worst day for me to do anything like that.
Yeah. Like the one
it's my most unavailable day.
When I put in a Kai stream and said, "Can you come in? I let you down. Can you come in? I've already started drinking. It's 9 a.m. What's the point?"
Yes, and I've been awake for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes too long.
Yep.
What view do we get from here? The blood fields I ran through to get here. Glorious. Hey, look, it's that ulcer I had removed.
Let's take it. Revenge! He's winning Wimbledon.
Anybody missing a hemorrhoid?
All I could think of was Monty Python's science fiction sketch. It's the blancmange.
I think I've seen that one.
Basically, it's all these aliens turning everyone in England into Scotsmen. And turning the aliens to all look like a giant blancmange. The blancmange is like sort of a red pudding.
Ah.
And it turns out because, and this is the thing, because apparently now they've been seeing blancmanges up and down all around England playing tennis. And okay, the point is that what is the most notoriously bad at tennis people in the world? The Scots, apparently. Now you got these alien blancmanges practicing tennis, and Wimbledon is coming up. It's obvious they mean to win Wimbledon.
Like Wimbledon, am I right?
It's my Python, of course it was silly, but all.
Mushroom nerd. Sir, why are you on fire? Ah! I don't want to hug. Practice hygienic spacing. Or what the fuck they call that. I've already forgotten that thing they always say during COVID when you gotta stay 6 feet away from people.
Well, you saw the thing I posted on in memes on Kai's server. They keep your distance, and the distance grows. We got start with COVID. The next is preachy vegans, randomly toxic friends, flat earthers, religious fanatics, and finally people who eat steak well done.
Yeah. Possibly the biggest villains of the group.
Yeah. Well, if you had heard the story that Kai told last night about the person who wanted like something, it was barely a very expensive cut of meat, probably even above like filet mignon or something, really, and they wanted it well done. The chef came out from the kitchen with a raw T-bone steak, holding it, by the bony part, and slapped the lady with it, and told him to leave.
I doubt that's true, but it would have been glorious.
It's like Hank Hill, we asked them politely but firmly to leave.
Yes. Few things Hank Hill has ever said that I'll actually agree with.
Well, that's kind of the point of the show. Hank wasn't right about everything. It was just he's often more right than the people around him.
I don't know that I would agree with that. I think the point of the show is that 95% of the people are wrong about things 95% of the time. The show was basically just a giant parade of idiots.
I mean, when surrounded by people like Dale and Boomhauer and Bill,
I mean,
he's
compared to
the
them,
one
sure.
getting out of their shenanigans. You had his son Bobby, who at least made the effort.
I mean, Bobby was right more often than his dad.
Well, talk about.
There was only one intelligent person on that entire show.
It was probably Connie.
Yes, exactly. She was the only person who actually had a functioning brain.
At least, that's the thing. You talk about him, Bobby, being right more often. I said, Hank was there kind of telling him, just because you're right don't mean you'll succeed, unfortunately.
Okay, so Hank said two things that are correct then.
Well, I don't think in those words, but every time Bobby would fail at something, even though he was probably in the right, and he says, it's almost like, unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. I'm terribly sorry. Are you here as a customer? Nothing that suits your taste.
And unfortunately, when he's faced with things like when he goes to the hardware store and the teenage clerk working there knows little to nothing about the tools he's looking for.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Just there to stock the shelves, I guess.
Yeah, and when he's like faced with stuff right in front of him and the kid still is in denial. When he's looking for like a T-shaped pipe, and he says, "What's that?" And it's like there's like pipes are all straight, and he shows a display of the different types of pipes, and the kid just looking and says, "Those aren't pipes." Mm-hmm. Then again, he's almost kind of like Ron Swanson for Parks and Recreation when he goes into the Home Depot thing, whatever, and the kid goes, "Hi, is there anything help you find?" And Ron, "I know more than you."
Yeah, that seems pretty likely. Alright, everybody line up. Got madness for everybody.
Madness.
Who wants some fire?
I kind of put Hank on that. Thanks everybody from Tim Taylor on from Home Improvement to fucking Red Green. Red Green is their great motto. We can't help it, we're men.
Yeah, it was a pretty sexist show, unfortunately.
Yeah. But it was not meant to portray them in a really good light.
Yeah.
Like more often than not, you know, they end up getting the short end of the stick by their own efforts. And hell, what was the character on there? His nephew Hank. The same way. It's like, just because you're right about everything doesn't mean you're going to succeed. You're surrounded by enough dumb people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Or one dumb person that just happens to be in charge.
Yeah. Well, no, in this case, they were all dumb, all the characters.
In their case, yes. I'm just talking in general.
You know, Red, what were the characters? God, I can't remember all the characters now,
I
but
don't
they're
remember
all
anybody's name.
different levels. I used to. I could recite all the names, both the ones on screen, the ones that just are talked about by the main characters. It used to be one of my favorite shows to watch, was how ridiculous their stuff was.
If women don't find it handsome, they should at least find it handy.
Yeah, the handyman's secret weapon, duct tape.
Yep. Not wrong.
Yeah, I remember the one time in one of his handyman corners when he was working on, duct work, and would have used duct tape. Instead, he said, "Gee, if we had some kind of thing to hold the ducting together," and he's throwing rolls of duct tape everywhere trying to look for something. And so he pulled out a feel like, adhesive tape. That ought to work.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
good proof. How many times do we use duct tape, and how many times are we using it on ducts?
Yeah. But this time he actually has duct work, which you need it, and doesn't think to use it.
Isn't there actually a brand of tape called duct tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's, I think that may be through Ace Hardware, I'm not sure.
I don't remember what the item over here is, but I want it.
Yeah, here we go. Duct tape.
So the optional blood boss guy is up there. We're not doing that.
I
It's
guess
up there
it's
for anybody
available
who wants
everywhere.
to do it.
But yeah, there's a duck brand duct tape. Oh, they're the ones that make that colored duct tape as well.
Oh god. This looks like it's going to get a little spicy.
Colored duct tape, a favorite of LARPers everywhere, because that way we can use that to use the brown duct tape for making the wooden end of your LARP weapons, or
Oh yeah, all kinds of stuff.
use the, like if you got a nice weapon, you use the blue duct tape. Fire weapon, use the red duct tape.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And use the purple duct tape if your weapon is grape flavored.
Yes, or your Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
That's why we have the
Meow,
purple
meow,
lightsabers.
meow. Yep.
That's why we have, because Samuel L. Jackson
Thank
wanted
you, Samuel
one.
L. Jackson. You are correct on this.
Interesting other colors, I guess, just for decorative purposes. We have, I'm seeing a leopard print duct tape.
Ew.
Yeah. There's a rainbow colored duct tape.
Okay.
They
Pride
come
tape.
some glitter colors.
No. Boo.
Starry Galaxy pattern duct tape.
Okay, sure.
Tie-dye pattern duct tape.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Hello Kitty duct tape.
Meh.
And there's duct tape with ducks on it, little rubber duckies.
There you go.
Zebra stripe. What is that, gummy bear? It looks like. Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Keep your eyes off these buggers for a second. I think they're cool little ring arc weapons, though.
Like in hell, you're surrounded by people saying especially and irregardless.
I know a guy who says especially. He has another word he mispronounces like that too, but I don't remember what it is.
I'll say axe instead of ask.
Yeah, that one always confuses me.
There's Oh, I'm telling everybody about this, and I don't know if you would know this. One of my favorite pro wrestlers of all time, the Iron Sheik, passed away yesterday.
I guess somebody made him humble then.
Nah, see, you at least knew who he is.
Uh-huh.
The other people I mentioned too. Who? I was like, oh, kid.
I'm old enough for that.
They should be too.
That was the era when I was a kid, was
Yeah.
Hogan, Iron Sheik,
Oh yeah.
etc.
And then there's later interviews where he's just like drunk, he's like drunk and cursing a lot. Fucking bullshit.
Back when wrestlers actually had personalities.
When he's on the phone with somebody who one of these interviews. I fuck you. I fuck you. I fuck your sister, but not your wife. I respect your wife.
All right. Let's level up this other spear.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your arm.
All right, both my spears and my spellcasty thing are all maxed out. They're doing the maximum damage. Speaking of which, let's level up Dexterity a little bit. Dexterity.
Respect our dexterity.
Right? Exactly. Alright, where the hell am I gonna go now? Let me think. I can do Volcano Manor now. I put that off a little bit. I don't need to, I just feel like it. Now
Exactly.
that I'm a wee bit stronger.
Ugh.
Did I not get the other? Oh no, this is the waypoint I wanted. Yeah, a little bit of a ways in. There we go.
Yeah, somebody picture that new Apple device gonna come out, Vision Pro.
Never heard of it. What is
Oh
that?
yeah, that is an item coming out from Apple next year. It's a VR headset,
Oh, okay. Weird.
and they show in the picture of the front of the thing, like a pair of goggles, and somebody put next to a picture of Macho Man Randy Savage, with those glasses he wore.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh yeah. They do
Well,
kind of look like Randy Savage glasses. They look like ski goggles, is what they look like.
Gonna
But
need a
yeah,
link on that then.
it's gonna be a VR headset,
Show me.
and it's okay. Give me a sec if I can
It's
copy
the peep and
image.
creep. Yeah.
Let me find you. Where do you want to put it? I guess pictures. I'll put it. I have pictures. Ooh, some nice pictures there. Speaking of which.
Yeah, I got a little spammy when I got back from my vacation.
What? It's nice. Where should I put it? Pictures or general?
Well, I mean, it's a picture, isn't it?
Okay, I guess. There you go.
I guess it fits the exact definition of that channel.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty
But I
plain
might-
design, isn't it?
You know, it was always sort of Apple was always ahead of others in technology usually.
And price.
But I mean, how long have Vision like VR headsets been out? Unless it's just gonna be like unless it's leagues ahead of something like Oculus, I don't see it having being worth that price tag.
I didn't even look at the price tag. What was it?
$3,500.
Fucking hell.
Yes,
Can't say I'm
I did-
surprised. Sadly.
I did like some people have been putting up other stuff worth that much alongside it. Like one person had, let's say it was a near mint copy of Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1.
Yeah.
And I said, I'd take the comic. Hey, you know, first appearance of the Sinister Six. Which, if anybody knows that, they were like, I guess the first team up of a bunch of...
They're his main rogues gallery, right?
Yeah, pretty much. They were like the first time they teamed up as a group.
Yeah. Like Doc Ock, Vulture.
I'd say the
Electro, I think.
original one. The original one there was like I think Green Goblin, Doc Ock, the Vulture, Mysterio, Sandman, and I think the Lizard.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, that near mint copy was fetching $3,500.
Well, that has a reason to be that expensive. I don't. Apple's just insane on their prices again, as usual.
Okay, I'm wrong about two things. Here we go. Didn't have Green Goblin and the Lizard. It was Electro and Craven was in the group. So it's
Okay. Yes.
Mysterio-
The famous, terrifying Spider-Man villain, the Coward.
yeah. So it's Mysterio, Craven, Doc Ock, Sandman, Vulture, and Electro.
I don't know what they were thinking when they named Craven. What should we call him? I don't know. Coward?
Maybe it was a play on words.
Maybe.
Oh my god, I'm looking at his Marvel database. Oh, of course. Oh, well, this is the... No wonder this was a way later play on that when Craven Hunter said transportation, the Cray-van.
Yeah.
But, well, I looked it up. No, this was a thing... That was from an issue of Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, so that was for pure comedy's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why it's called. I mean, the character actually name is Sergei Krebanov.
Yeah, there you go.
But I don't know. Maybe the fact that he's like hunting people, or like basically hunting people, makes him a bit cowardly. So he's craven.
Maybe. I know he's featuring in the new game though.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Ow. Hey, there's another guy down here. Get out of here. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Somber Stone 5. Wow, actually I don't need any of these stones anymore, but 5? That's out of date.
Mm.
Alright.
Now there have been other members like it. They kind of go in and out depending on the lineup.
Yeah, any good super team changes its membership up now and then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the member of I guess the chief thing is you have to be an enemy of Spider-Man.
He's got a popular fan, a very big fan club. What can I say? Popular fella.
Yep. In fact, playing the Marvel Strike Force game, there's actually if under the tag of Sinister 6, there's actually 7 available characters. Let's see. Then again, they haven't put every Spider-Man villain into this game yet. In fact, some of the versions of some of these characters are like, alright, what the hell? When the hell did this the character appear like this? Sinister. So I only know that because I'm trying to get to this one event, and you can only play it using Sinister 6 characters.
Ah.
So available in that are Mysterio, Green Goblin, Stalker, Rhino, Vulture, Electro, and then it's the female version of Electro, which there is one.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, she appeared like in 2014. Francine Fry, what a name.
I knew there was a female Dr. Octopus from 2099.
Well, there was a female Doc for a while in the 90s. After the original Doc Ock was thought to be dead. Let's see. This one's got Doc Ock and Swarm as one of the Sinister 6
I don't know who that
members.
is.
Swarm is an interesting character. Basically, it's a humanoid shape made up of bees.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck with that.
Mm.
And his archenemy, Nicolas Cage.
Hey, Swarm is a composite being of hundreds of thousands of bees driven by human intelligence. Swarm is technically intangible as his body is merely an aggregate of tiny forms.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna do? Stab a swarm of bees? Congratulations, you killed 3 bees.
Hmm. Ooh. That's, oh wow. Somebody, I don't know who this person is. It must be a, well, I'm guessing it's a cosplayer. Let's see, professional costume and prop fabrication. It shows a thing that looked like made out of like a chrome metal, then he reaches it up and squeezes it, and it's rubber. But it looks like metal. That's a hell of a paint job. Oh, he has a YouTube. Oh, these shows. Post process your 3D prints like a pro. How to paint urethane rubber.
Gotta be careful in this area that you don't step into the spicy honey sauce.
How to create faux mud withering cosplay. Nice.
Pho? I love pho. That stuff's delicious.
I always said if an American restaurant makes Vietnamese noodles, would that be faux pho?
Yes, absolutely. It wouldn't be nearly as...
Turn your 3D prints into believable wood. Neat.
Or, you know, be kind, who prints stuff back that's actually made of wood.
Hmm.
At least halfway.
I think
For
this is
wood
way.
plastic hybrid
Yeah. I
sorcery.
don't know how it works. Oh, sorry. Oh, reminds me. At some point, I'm trying to weather this airsoft Tommy gun I've got.
Mhm.
Problem is, the wood parts are not made of wood. So any scratching, like I try scratching it, and the scratch is just the same color all the way down. But I found there's places you can get actual wood parts to put on there, so I might see about getting that.
Bipedal sneak with a cat o' nine tails. That is definitely somebody's kink.
Mm. There we go. There we go. Real wood conversion kit, which is sold out. It's $100. Damn, that's nearly what I paid for the gun itself.
Does sound a little pricey. Ah,
No.
nope. No spell for you.
Oh god, that was 176. That's more than I paid for. What's this here? Kaylin Airsoft parts. Oh, that's just showing parts. But yeah.
Welcome to the Church of Red.
Red.
You don't get him me.
Yeah, the fat guy.
Oh, yeah.
What he rolls.
Yep.
Ah!
Rolls with his rolls.
Yes!
I think it's actually a fat suit he's wearing.
Hit him in the gun.
Considering his name, I think he actually killed a god that's a fat person. And he is wearing the fat person as a suit.
Great enemy. Could have been that great. It didn't last long.
Yeah, well, he had to fight 2 of me, so it wasn't really all that fair. I'm going to take your Amnion, whatever the fuck that is.
Well. Leader. How to post-process your 3D prints like a pro.
Step 1. Become a professional.
Well,
Now you are a pro.
this awful scrap leather project. Dun-dun. Ooh.
Ooh, to you too.
I am looking at thing from Eric's Hobby Workshop, and he's talking about the new for 10th edition 40K. They have a new box set of High Fleet Leviathan, and they have brought back one from God, back in the day. We're talking from maybe 1990s, and this is the original Carnifex, the Screamer Killer.
Ooh. Sounds cool.
Obviously, this is very much a reimagining because that, yeah. Oh, God, that was from 2nd edition 40K. Holy crap. Neat. Trying to find, I'm trying to the Eric's Hobby Workshop video that he was making the, I think it was him. Look. No, it. Was it Eric? Or somebody else? There it is. Realistic urban war zone, massive ruined skyscraper terrain. That's what I was looking for. I'll save that one. Oosh. Oosh. Yeah. Woo. Hiya.
Get out of here.
You broke it.
Jerk-ass virgins.
Mm.
That enemy is actually called an Iron Virgin.
I mean,
It's as cool as it sounds.
once upon a time, maiden mint virgin.
Yep.
Virginity.
It's an iron. It's basically an animated Iron Maiden.
Yeah, a virginity was known as a maidenhead.
Yeah.
She's not a virgin, and she's not a virgin. They can tell. That was from the second Ace Ventura movie, or at the end, return the Virgin back to her village, or like it's running out, or her groom came running out screaming something, and the other white guy he says, "She's not a virgin." He looks straight at Ace, and Ace goes, "They can tell." And ends with him running through the jungle away from the natives.
Is that the thing where he ends up getting spears in both of his legs?
Yeah, that's the one. I think that was the point. He probably, at that point, Jim said, "Okay, since you're paying so much money, I'll do this." But this is pretty much the end of Ace Ventura.
You think so? You think it was his idea to end it?
I think he probably knew it was going to end after this, and it says, "As long as you don't pay me to do one more, I'll do the one more, because it's probably only going to last one." He probably took a look at the script and said, "Yeah, no, this is good."
Well, he's being very professional about it because he certainly seemed to have fun doing it.
Oh, well, yeah, he does have. That's one thing about Jim. He does seem to have fun doing this, if he doesn't go too far, like, say, Man in the Moon. You know, when he stayed in character even off camera, would not answer to Jim, he had to call him Andy.
That's just method acting.
Yeah.
What's the method? Insanity. This game just seems to love its enemies that explode when they die.
Somebody put, "Ed Bennett, you talked into the fan to hear your robot voice."
Oh, who didn't?
Yeah.
Actually, that shit was fun.
Yeah.
God damn it. Let me land a hit, you asshole. There we go.
Somebody's putting here, this is reading from Twitter. I've seen a lot of people say they should retire Peter and replace him with Miles. Said, "I don't think it's a good idea. What I think they should do is let Miles fill the shoes of the young and relatable Spider-Man and let Peter finally grow after all these years." Said, "Yeah, they've tried that in the past. They, in fact, planned that in the past. Stan Lee, apparently his original plan was to have a more realistically based characters, was to have them grow up, grow old, retire, pass on to a new generation. When they created the Falcon, guess what? The plan was to eventually have Steve Rogers retire and make Sam the new Captain America. That was in the books way, way back." In fact, there have been a couple of things within the Marvel Universe. One was an issue of the original What If series, and then there was the MC2 universe they had in the aughts, which showed like a future, next generation, and that's where we got the character of May Parker, Peter's daughter, who was Spider-Girl.
Yeah, we should bring that back.
But then again, there's a lot of times it's always met with opposition, and there's just so many fans of the original, they don't want to let them go.
Yeah. People can't let go of things.
Not to say that the originals aren't good. Still love them, but
Alright, well, that's most of the Volcano Manor, and the rest of it's not worth bothering with. Alright, could go here, but this place sucks. So I don't think I want to. Let's see, what else can we do? Oh, is that
I was gonna say we could go here, but this place sucks. Yeah, herd traveling through Canada.
you know,
We could go here. Well, I said through Canada. There are parts of Canada that suck. I'm certain. That we could go here, but this place sucks.
yeah, I'm sure every country has that, you know?
Yeah, true. I always
Depends on
remember.
what your definition of sucks is, you know? 'Cause
Yeah, it's true.
a lot of people complain about the middle area provinces because they are very flat and open and boring terrain, but I don't know. I don't think I would
Then
complain that much about that.
Then again, was one comedian told it says, I was traveling through Kansas this week because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
There's hours and hours of driving. Like, wow, look at all the brown.
Yeah, exactly. For us, that's Alberta. Although it's more brown than usual right now due to having been on fire a lot.
On fire.
I guess it's not as much brown as black now. Or whatever particular shade of ashes it is.
Yeah. Sackcloth and ashes.
There we go, Sacred Tear. I think that was the only one I was... Actually, no, wait, I think there was a few more. I don't remember. Gotcha.
Somebody is still going on with this thing on Twitter. Said, who is the greatest fictional cop you can think of?
I'm just waiting for the spicy answers on this one.
I've seen several ones. I don't know if I can identify that. I've seen, I was fucking Keanu Reeves' character from Point Break. I've seen RoboCop. I posted Kojak. This character.
I'm just waiting for people to list real cops that don't do a good job.
Well, these are fictional ones, of course.
That's the joke, though, right? Like, did anybody list the guy who killed George Floyd? George Floyd?
Yes. No, but he was neither
That guy's a
fictional nor
cop.
he was neither fictional nor good.
Nobody said anything about good.
Well, it said who's the greatest fictional cop, so
Oh, I thought you said favorite.
I put, like I said, I put Kojak. I may put in one other. This was a character. He only had a couple of appearances on the Dukes of Hazzard. He was Sheriff Little of Chickasaw County.
Chickasaw, that's a name.
That's a American Indian name, but
I believe you mean native.
depends on who you ask. If you were asking fucking Artemis, she said, "Fuck no, I'm an Indian."
Yeah, she's weird about that.
Yeah.
She can call herself whatever the fuck she wants, though, right? It's her business.
But I love that character because probably one of the few black characters from the Dukes of Hazzard. And of course, one of the few like honest lawmen featured in the series, unlike Sheriff Roscoe, who is as corrupt
Roscoe
as
Pico Train.
Boss Hogg. He was actually after the Duke boys because, well, they were outlaws. So it's like,
Go figure. Why were they outlaws, though? What did they do?
they had moonshining. That was their criminal record, moonshining. That is why they had a criminal record. They were officially on parole and were not allowed to leave the state. But yeah,
They're just good old boys.
yes. Well, that's the point. They were good for as bad or worse as the quote-unquote law was.
I'm gonna get them dukes.
Now, Sheriff Little, had like full uniform. He wore, unlike Sheriff Roscoe, wore like a Kellish all that. He wore a helmet, had the aviator shades on, drove around a really nice 75 Plymouth Fury. With some kind of like, I don't know what those bars were on the front. It's almost like protection, and it's like the prepared for pit maneuvering somebody. Sure, little Chickasaw County.
Hello again.
The funniest thing about that was the actor that played him. I know particularly for one other role was in the blaxploitation horror movie Sugar Hill, where he played Baron Samedi.
Samedi.
Or how to pronounce? Okay, yeah.
The Loa of the Dead.
And pretty much ran away with the picture. Oh, he was great in that movie. See if I can find it.
Fuse.
You've completed your. I am.
Okay, there we go.
pleased. This is. Never forget. The way is. It is the truth. Now you are a. I am pleased.
Alright, who are we killing next?
I'll put that in pictures as well. There's the Baron.
Baron, eh? Let's see. Yeah, that looks about right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And let me go back and find. There he is, Sheriff Little of Chickasaw County. Same actor.
Yeah. Why is the sheriff dress up like a soldier with a machine gun?
Well, that's a shotgun.
Oh.
And the helmet's like kind of like a police motorcycle helmet.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. Even though he drove a car.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to go into some trench warfare.
Pretty much, like I said, his character was, like I said, one honest lawman, but also very, very serious about his job. He's like fucking near Judge Dredd levels, you know, lawbreakers.
We can't be having with them lawbreakers around here. Got him. What a wimp. Rapus' vial. What the fuck is that? Eliminates all sound made during movement. Okay. It's sneaky boy stuff. I'm getting the ASMR stream now.
I see you perform. Here is your usual. Now, perhaps the time has come to tell you of the true ruler of this manor, Lord Rykard. The Erd Tree blessed the Tarnished with grace, but it was all too meager in the face of the enormity of their task. The Tarnished were forced to scavenge, squabbling for crumbs, like the Shard Bearers vying for power in the wake of the Shattering. Our Lord, indignant, has refused.
I mean, one example I just read there.
Hold on.
1 point.
1 second.
Scraps they allow us. If the Erd Tree, and indeed the very gods, would debase us so, then we are willing to raise the banner of resistance, even if it means heresy. We at the Volcano
Heresy.
Manor, under Lord Rykard, have sworn no rest until it is done. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. The Lord's visits with our champions are always a spectacle. It cannot come a day too soon.
What you're
If you
saying?
follow this, it cannot come.
Oh, it's just to show how how stringent is the law. At one point, finding a discarded can on the ground, toss it in the air, pulling its service weapon and shooting it multiple times, sending it spiraling through the air into a nearby trash can, afterwards commenting how much he hated litter.
A little overkill. Hey, why not?
And he particularly hates moonshiners, at one point blowing up a still before even the feds could get a hold of it. So you may take it for evidence, I just want rid of it. At one point when Polisog and Roscoe were about to get a shipment of moonshine, so of course they could take it back and profit off it. Sheriff will sit there in his county, and then proceeds to shoot up the entire shipment inside.
Well, he's not much on due process, huh?
I mean, so long as the criminal item is out of his county.
As long as I've destroyed the moonshine, I will let the people keep making it.
So long as they don't bring it here.
Which they will, because I didn't stop them. I only destroyed this shipment. Not a bright lad, is he?
Well, sometimes he gets a bit tunnel vision on something. There's one point where he's writing a ticket for a little kid in a pedal car. For driving on the wrong
for that, mate.
No, for driving on the wrong side of the street.
Well, that's just dangerous.
I mean, let's face it, this is the Dukes of Hazzard. It's a comedy series, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Pat Robertson passed away.
Well, that's been overdue for years already.
I know. Yeah, of course, one of my favorite cartoons has to make that. There's the pearly gates. There's the Iron Sheik doing a dive off the pearly gates, about to flatten Pat. And there's St. Peter. Are you ready to rumble? Holding up a John 3:16 sign.
Wait, I think I may have been confusing it with somebody else.
Pat Robertson was this religious figure. He was a long
no, that's what I
time
was thinking of, yeah.
700 Club, stuff like that. Yeah, apparently passed away today.
Well, he won't be missed. Except for by his own pack of lunatics.
Oh yeah, I was about to say.
God, that guy was a piece of work.
Well, a lot of people like that back in them days. You had him, Jerry Falwell, Jim Baker, Jimmy Swaggart, all of them.
Oh, yeah. Jim Baker's still at it, eh?
I think he's dead, wasn't he?
Well, I don't know about right now, but I know that he got out of jail and went back to his huckstering. Didn't learn a damn thing.
No, he's still around. Okay. Swaggart, and he's still. Swaggart's still alive. Let's see. Okay, Falwell died in 07. I know that Oral Roberts, he died when? 09. Where's the other guy? Anyways, enough of that.
Got him. Oh, you sneaky fucker. Welcome. Bunch of ingrates over here. I'm just trying to get a job done over here. You see him walking here?
Walking.
Anybody ever do a meme of that with Christopher Walken?
I wouldn't be surprised.
You see him walking here?
I've seen Walking in the Winter Wonderland.
Mm-hmm. I still remember those good old gameplay videos Christopher walking through.
Oh yeah.
I miss those.
Showing this massive barbed wire top chain link fence around the Capitol building. It says, just remember, the people who told you we don't need guns and walls have just surrounded themselves with guns and walls.
Well, they need them. They're fortifying the Imperial Palace, are they? Does that mean Horus is on the way?
Ugh, jeez. Unfortunately, I don't think there's one Rogel, Dorn, or Sanguinius among them.
Oh, well, the Emperor's fucked then, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we actually have I don't think we have someone I can actually call Emperor among them either.
Eh, he might call himself that. He's no god of mine. I didn't vote for him.
I think they still want to... Although I think they wouldn't be at all... have a problem of... sacrificing 1,000 souls a day.
Although I have to say, Biden's definitely got the build for it. He's wasting away pretty well.
Yep.
Build for the current emperor, though, not the pre-heresy one. Man bat.
God, an artist has used forensic techniques to reconstruct the face of a Crystal Head vodka bottle.
Oh no!
It's an interesting look. It looks like somebody who it looks like the face of somebody who's consumed quite a bit of vodka in their time.
That's what's on brand then.
I'm sending this to pick. I'm sending this one to Kai.
Is it like her ooh cat face?
Almost.
Oh, you just sent it to her directly?
I put it in memes, yeah.
Oh, memes. That makes sense. Holy shit, memes has been busy today.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah? Am I right?
Yeah, oh yeah. When you're right, sir.
Yes. Somebody put, I am as swift as a gazelle. A really old one with arthritis that got run over by a Land Rover several days ago.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
I forget what somebody was making. Somebody responding, I guess, to the Apple announcement, showing a picture of a VR headset hanging on its cradle and running his finger along the dust accumulated. It's an ISVR, the future.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Like, you know, let's face it, there's not much stuff to do VR with yet.
I mean, there's a lot of VR games, but a lot of them are just gimmicky trash.
Yeah, I mean, the most I see is people playing, what's that one called? I think Pavlov's the name of it.
I don't know.
It's a VR CSGO.
Isn't there a VR prop hunt?
Probably.
Yeah, there I am talking about dual-wielding whips earlier today, and then I had to just fight somebody who was doing that.
I get the whip. Oh. Like watching one of the soup videos, and he's going hilarious. Like, I'm in the whip.
I see that you stay. This
I'm
is
whipping your ass. So I said, you know, I don't think that comes off as well with your accent there, soup.
I see, but do know.
Talking
that
about
to
whipping
follow the
someone.
path in order to defy like a true.
Mm-hmm. What was that item? Stores HP upon defeating enemies. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Then again, most of the stuff that happens with those guys, I probably couldn't repeat here.
Probably.
Jeez.
Alright, so this thing up here is the next thing. Also some stuff here.
All away!
Hey, yo, Silver!
Yeah, kind of liked it. The vodka bottle forensic.
Yeah. That guy's like, yay, vodka.
Vodka. Whoa.
Ow. Guy does not get stunned.
No.
They spat on me.
How rude. How perfectly rude.
Quiet.
Let me see what I got here. Still ain't caught these big bass yet. Let's see. Go to my herb lure.
Oh,
As
that
I
guy
know
over there.
might help. Fishing potion. Alright.
Fishing potion, that's just beer.
It'll be right. Supposed to bump up your fishing level a couple of notches.
Or at least makes you think it does.
Yeah. Let's see. Stuff. That Alento and Sleeper. I'm pretty sure I have blue and sea. That might help. If I don't have some in stock already.
Summon stock. The essential spell for every chef.
Ah!
Ricky shreds. Holy shit. What's
Hey,
this
Ricky!
What's this guy smeefing up in here?
No.
Yes, exactly, Kai.
No.
Ricky, what are you doing in here? I'm supposed to be reading you in a minute. What's going on? You should try this game one of these days, Ricky. It's by this obscure developer you probably haven't heard of called FromSoft. I know you've never tried their games, but you might be into it. Ah, you fucker. You're getting away from me. Not that I need these things anymore, but what the hell. Might as well have them. You're off this week? Ah. You're gonna watch Summerfest. Cool. I'm probably gonna watch somebody's VOD a bit later. Like a VOD of a podcast that watched it together.
I may be off. Which one? What is a Summerfest?
The Games Expo. It's sort of like an E3 type thing.
Yeah, well, really all there is now. Apparently no more E3.
Yeah. Is that the one that Jeff Keighley is hosting? Ricky, do you know? Or is that a different one? So what do you think of my my Loki cosplay?
He hosted E3 and the Game Awards. Host the Game Awards is the main thing, but yeah.
That's right. That's what his is called. It's actually better than E3. He's that guy's the man. There's this one podcast I watch called Dropped Frames, and they've decided instead of calling it the Game Awards or whatever, they're going to call it Jeff Chella.
Chella. The thing is, me, as old as I am, I hear Coachella, I can only think of one thing. And that was the Bugs Bunny cartoon. When he was, remember the one in the bullfighting ring?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Yeah, against the bull. And then, that was the point, you know, he tunnels in, having made that wrong turn at Albuquerque, as always.
As always.
And he was trying to get to Coachella.
Alright, me, let's get this guy.
Now,
This fella.
Now that was when Coachella was just a vacation in California for the festival. However, I remember that was the one where the matador running away from the bull and Bugs running beside him, map in hand. Can you tell me the shortest route to Coachella and the Great Keller Festival therein? Oops.
Yeah.
Fireball.
It's visitor time, motherfucker. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. What he said. Alright, time to get my ass kicked over in this little town over here now. Wonder how many times Ricky has shredded this game.
Hey. Is Ricky the one who was playing Dark Souls on the different controllers, or was that
Yeah,
somebody
that's
else?
the guy. He beat all 3 Dark Souls games on a DJ turntable
Yeah,
and on a piano.
I remember. Yeah, I don't remember if it was him or.
No, Ricky, how many times have you beaten this one yet?
I think I was the one put forward that he should try.
A hand?
No, try beating it with a Atari 2600 joystick.
I don't think you can play Elden Ring with 1 button.
Yeah, that's the point.
Twice, Rookie? What kind of characters did you do? What was your build? This fucking place. This place is the worst. One of the many things in this game that is, they're all simultaneously the worst.
I said, nah, they did. I was wondering, did they play it like the one guy, I think it was Soup, playing it, the character, no armor or nothing, was naked with a pot on his head.
Yeah, that was the trend for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot to get the rust point. Where's the frickin' thing? There's a site of grace around here somewhere. Here it is. It's here somewhere. I saw the sparkles.
Cool.
Follow the pony sparkles. There we go.
The sparkly. Mrs. Prisby.
So holy shit, I got 251,000. I gotta spend.
Well, where did you have your grace last?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be lost.
If I knew where it was.
How's your mom with some words you haven't last? If I knew that, I wouldn't be asking you.
2 katanas, yeah, okay. Giant's hammer, nice.
Two katanas, would that make him,
A die day die ding 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 ding.
I'd say young ninja, only it's with a reverb.
Oh. Definitely. This isn't the way I meant to go, but whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, one of the playthroughs I did of this game was a gigantic smashy hammer. I think it was the... What was the giant's hammer? It was like the giant killing hammer or something?
and there one item was
That's
just a
exactly
big,
what it was
like
called.
a big anchor or grappling hook or something.
Yeah, there's one that's like a rusty pointed anchor.
Yeah.
It looks like the grapple from a grappling hook, but it's a lot bigger because it's an anchor.
Yeah.
All right. I need to equip an item I bought just for this area: Sentry's torch. Oh, that'll have you load me though, so I gotta take off my other spear.
Spear. Spear him like edge.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So there's 2 or 3 motherfuckers in here that are not only incredibly difficult to beat, but they're also invisible. But this torch makes them visible. Let's see. There's one down here. So yeah, see this guy here? If I take the torch off, it disappears.
Whoosh. Ooh, I'm on fire.
Thankfully, they stay dead when you kill them. But goddamn, they're hard to kill.
Well, yeah. Gee.
Well, most things in this game respawn when they...
Oh, yeah.
afterwards. So that's actually a significant factor in a game like this.
Like he stayed dead after I killed him. That's wrong, clearly.
Normally, yes.
I was kind of like, that was a Soviet Womble thing where something in the game where you shoot somebody and they die instantly and doesn't have a, what do you call it? Usually in games like they're playing like Arma or say there's like, you get a chance to revive something, right? There's like a revive option where like they don't die like with no hope of coming back, you know, they'll be on all fours and you come up and heal them, whatever. But Soviets commentary. Oh well, you shoot somebody, they die. That's wrong, clearly.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to shoot somebody, then they get a little tired for a minute. Oh, God, I hate those guys. They're so fast.
So fast. No one can underestimate my fastness.
Yep.
You have seen the butt cheek Sonic videos, haven't you?
Nope.
This guy.
I try to see as little bit about Sonic as possible.
This guy wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog costume, but the back end of these perfectly flesh-colored butt cheeks. Where you have this costume, but that's a big tune. It's like no one can underestimate my fastness. Of course, he takes off running, falls over the coffee table, hits this box fan right next to his mother sitting on the couch, and it's like, "Yep, damn it, you're right, my fan." And he did a bunch of other things, just a silly thing with his costume. But it's like butt cheek Sonic. Gotta go fast.
I mean, a lot of people are very concerned about what color his arms are, you know.
Oh,
Nobody ever thought to ask what color should his butt be.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time, just because of like the lack of continuity in his looks within the same series. This is on the old Super Friends TV show, was the character Black Vulcan. I think when they put it, they didn't get a handle of what the color scheme was on his outfit. So whoever was doing the painting doing the cell shading or whatever that day, like his character may be an all-over costume, maybe he has like the neck hole may be open, maybe he has bare legs another time, you know?
Disturbing.
Yeah. Like guys are showing something on television. I think a little bit more professionalism. Then again, it is one of the greater stories of character creation and during the time of the heyday of creators' rights within the comic industry. You see, the character was created because there was a character in DC Comics at the time called Black Lightning, right?
I've heard the name.
Now, yeah, they were. I think they had one of the CW shows. They had Black Lightning, but like he'd been around since the '70s. Now, Hanna-Barbera at the time had a license deal with DC Comics to use their characters, but all the characters they were using were pretty much just long as property of DC: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and that. When they wanted to use Black Lightning, they said, okay, but you also got to pay a license fee to the creator of the comic character. Like, this looks like this character, you know, property of this artist or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And DC said, no thanks, we're paying enough. Then sometime later, we get Black Vulcan, who is basically a black man who's got electrical powers. But since it was a different name and the costume was different enough, they could get away with it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The creator of the character, sometime later in an issue of Black Lightning Comics, has Black Lightning facing an imposter Black Lightning.
That's funny.
Yeah. And there is an obvious shot at Hanna-Barbera within the story. Then again, this is also Hanna-Barbera, who is notable for doing their cartoons on the cheap. Basically, if a character wasn't running or moving in some way, they'd have him standing in one pose and would maybe just animate the mouth and maybe have the eyes blink, you know?
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely watched me some Hanna-Barbera as a kid.
Oh, yeah. That happened in, like, old Yogi Bear cartoons, and it was no difference when they were animating the superheroes.
Drama-mating?
Animating, sorry.
I don't know, drama-mating's a good word.
Good grief. It's full of arrows.
I know, right? This part is nasty.
Looks like the old, what was it, Johnny Carson sketch when he was pretending to be General Custer. He walks out and the whole county from arrows stuck all in it.
Yeah. There's a few more to add to the collection.
Yeah. Can't remember what that meme I was saying. I think it must be from Axel something with some kind of medieval outfit kind of step forward toward the edge of a field, and all of a sudden the whole front of him was just shot with arrows.
Your friend can't shoot me now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whole ass tower in the way.
As opposed to the partial ass tower.
Yep. You don't want that. Nobody wants a half-ass tower.
Mm.
You can slip right off the cheek.
Unless you're playing 40k, and then that's part of the terrain.
Like
everything's
fighting Slanesh.
Everything's always ruined in the 40k universe.
Oh yeah. I think there's some treasures that opened up here, if I remember correctly. Let me give a check. Maybe. If not, I'll move on.
Yep.
I don't see anything. Never mind. Just force fields that are being a pain in the ass. Alright. So we had to do that irritation to open the way to get up here, which is leads us to an optional area. That is very, very neat to see. Welcome to the Halig Tree.
Heal.
Which we'll play next week, but let's have a little sneak peek of it. Alright, this is what we're doing next week. Look at this place.
I was just noticing something. I'm looking on Steam for a second. And it had for... Apparently it's not just... It's no longer PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's called PUBG Battlegrounds.
Yep, it's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds.
Oh, so look at these cheeky buggers hiding an item right behind where you zone in from.
But can you pay for it at the ATM machine?
Only if you know your PIN number.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right.
Yep.
It has been PUBG for a long time, but it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah,
My
that's
favorite
PUBG Battlegrounds.
game. No, I've never even played it.
Me neither.
All right.